Good evening. We're back again. Everybody else's their audio is turned off. So I'm gonna turn them all on and let them say hello because they're all chomping at the bit, and my audio is like peaking right into the red. So I'm gonna have to adjust that. But so I'll hand you over to our budding heroes.
Who? Budding?
Pudding.
Not budding anymore.
Take it away, chaps.
So you said hoodie. So in the last session, I think we spent quite a bit of time reaching a great big green door. We met the hag's three little creatures. Told us about the trials, but we didn't really pay much attention until we opened one of them and discovered that it seems we need some weirdly shaped skeleton heads that we've seen wandering around the tomb to then open up a big green door, and we presume behind the big green door is perhaps the thing we've been hunting for all this time. Unfortunately, we don't have all the skeleton heads, so we're having to backtrack back up to level 3, I think it was, which is a level we happily skipped beforehand, to try and hunt down these skeletons to get their heads so we can use their heads to open the big door. And that's where we are at the moment, is exploring areas of the tomb that we bypassed previously.
Yes. So is my audio? My audio is still real loud, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a few in the chat have said that.
Yeah, sorry, I do apologise. I turned the gain up on it because people had been saying previously it was too low. I shall adjust it one moment.
Yawn. Get on it, old man.
Oh, wow.
What?
What are insults now?
The green now. There's always insults.
Yeah, well, I just don't hear them.
There's not a specific time for them, Phil.
No, I know. Fuck you. Right.
So,
Okay. That's a bit loud.
we have stood inside a room staring at one of those chained flesh golem thingies, and you sent us a picture
Yes,
offline.
indeed I did, and I shall provide that picture now for the people at home. Because it was almost ridiculously complicated to try and explain, and it probably didn't make that explanation probably didn't make any sense. And I'm not sure this picture will either, but here we go. So yeah, you come up that spiral staircase. So rather than face off against all the those giant gargoyles, you decided to make your way up this hidden spiral staircase, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi.
So you've come so far up, and you come through this door, and this is so this is the sort of side view of the room that you're having the pleasure of seeing.
Am I next to the room?
Are you next to the room?
So
Let me see.
I'm just trying to get my perspective of this situation.
You're in the room. Wow, somebody's scrawled all over the map there.
That's me showing her the bed he is.
Yes. So you're in the room. Can you not see yourself?
Yes, I can. But
Yes.
I'm literally next to it, so I didn't know what my perspective was.
All right, I see what you mean. So yeah, the room is quite small. Well, as you can see, it's only like about 15 foot wide and less than 10 feet wide the other way. Somebody turned on a fridge or some air conditioner or something. It's gone now. So yeah, and there's this rotting corpse with chains and spikes and bits of armor bolted to its body, just stood there. It like I said before, it turns round and, well, I wouldn't say it acknowledges you. It sees you, but it doesn't react to your presence in any way. It just stands there with its with its hand resting on this lever. And you can see ahead in that sort of lower sloped section of the south wall, there is what appears to be a window that looks into a east-west corridor. The corridor itself is a little strange in that the walls of the corridor slope up towards the ceiling, and almost almost immediately through the window in the corridor there is a hole in the floor of this odd-shaped corridor that looks down into a room below, which itself looks like a cylinder tipped on its side. So you can see the like rounded walls. You can just about make out where it narrows down towards the south end. You can just about make out a door in the south end of this cylinder-shaped room. I believe there's something a bit unusual about that cylinder-shaped room as well. Let's see, where are we? Reading through the bits.
So that cylinder-shaped room is below us.
It is, yes. It is below you. So this side view is the cylinder-shaped room is the bit at the bottom right. Obviously, you can see the door on the side of it, and and so it's about 15 feet diameter. This cylinder-shaped room.
We crawl through the corridor and down through the window if we wanted.
So you got the window that looks into the corridor, and then there's a hole in the floor of the corridor.
So can you get through them? There's no barrier there.
You can't see a barrier, no. Let's see. So I think there's a bit of a description about that.
I mean, question, I suppose, the simple question is to the party, what do we want to do? Do we want to try and just crawl past this creature into the corridor and see what happens? Or do we want to kill this creature and pull on the big lever and see what happens?
I think he might do it for you if you ask.
Fafuk says over Tacklin's shoulder to the big metal creature, flesh golem, what it looks like, with armor bolted to it, and go, "Excuse me, could you pull the lever, please, so we can see what happens?"
It does not respond in any way.
Can I cast Mage Hand and try and pull the lever?
You can. Cast Mage Hand, but you cannot. The lever won't shift.
So it takes more.
It either whether it takes more strength than the Mage Hand has got, or because this creature's hand is stopping it from being moved. You don't know which. It could be both.
Okay.
But yes, so there is a little bit more that you can see about this cylinder-shaped room. Obviously, you can't see the entirety of that cylinder-shaped room, but you can see that that carvings of demons decorate the sides of it all the way around.
Yeah, that's always ominous. So, what's the distance between the window in the corridor down into the cylinder room? It's like 20 foot.
So you got the the window into the corridor is the gap between the room you stood in and the corridor that the window looks into is maybe not even a foot. There's less than a foot separating this room from the corridor. As for the hole in the floor, again, there's maybe a foot between the between the hole in the floor of that corridor and the actual ceiling of that cylinder-shaped room,
Okay.
if that.
Okay, guys, what do we want to do? Do we want to kill off this creature, or do we want to crawl into a random cylinder that looks like we're crawling into the trap we've potentially tried to avoid by coming up these stairs in the first place?
Or we
Out
could
of
just avoid
character.
it.
Out of character, I think we're looking at a trash compactor system, like Star Wars thing here.
Oh, another little
That's
detail for
my vibe on it.
another little detail I didn't mention is the eyes of these carvings of demon faces that line that decorate this cylinder-shaped room are lit with flickering flames in their eyes.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, I've got no idea.
How about we throw the dwarf through the window, and then we can have a look at what's in the cylinder room beyond.
I think how about the monk goes down because he can run up and down walls.
Oh, thanks for the follow, IMT.
You're right. You're right. I think I should go in and have a look.
How about you?
I don't mind going in. I just want to know what we're doing. Does
We
anybody
want-
know
Nominating
what
people. Nominate yourself.
Couldn't do that. Put me in danger.
So, TLDR, we're trying to get through this door at the bottom here, yeah? We're up on another level. This is like a room that's, I don't know, full of weirdness. We're trying to get through this bottom door here.
Yeah, or we go up the stairs. I think Full, you mentioned the stairs carry on up further.
They do indeed.
Shall we carry on
I
up?
think they'll.
And
I
bypass
think they'll
this.
just go up to. They'll just go up to the second level, though, won't they? Don't we need to be on this level to find this skeleton?
Well, maybe, but sometimes they occasionally walk into the big space, don't they? So if we go up to level 2, we could explore around, maybe we get lucky and spot it, and we can just grab it. We don't have to go through all
Yeah.
this.
How many
But
do
it's
we
on
need?
levels. It's
This
on level
room-
3, though.
This room that we're looking at, that he's looking at, looks super trapped. So
It
my
does.
guess is, whatever he's looking at, if he sees something, he pulls a lever, and then we all get fucked whoever's inside there. So we either stop him from pulling the lever, and then
Or just
screw
walk
in there
past it.
anyway.
Yeah.
Or you could just go up to level 2 and then just come back down to level 3 the way we did the first time.
I think that option is a good one.
Sorry, Cade, you're very quiet.
Okay, I agree. You know, I want to avoid this shit. Like, you know,
Okay, well, let's go take a look at level 2 first and then come back here if we don't see any good options.
Okay.
Right, we file back out, head upstairs.
Okay.
I'll
right.
stay here with Flesh Golem. I'll make small talk. That's my days again. What
Okay.
I
I'm
think
talking
you need to come with us.
Like I'm
You
talking
need
to a
to come
taxi
with
driver.
us. Yeah, but you need to come with us because who else is going to get rid of all the vines and stuff?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that. Cool.
Okay. Right. Just one moment. We shall change to.
Plus, Vlad just knocking about in here. You never know.
Let's get
Being
rid of
paler?
that.
I hope not.
Phil, you know on Twitch,
Yes.
there's no placeholder for Cade. It's just a brown screen.
I know it is his magnificent brown tape across his camera. I shall be sorting that out
Right,
in a moment.
I know with Lee, you've got obviously Lou High's.
Yeah, it's because
Placeholder,
I've set it up so when the camera feeds come on, they cancel out the portraits. So because
Right.
Istvan's got a camera feed on, even though he's got brown tape over it, it cancels out his portrait. So I'm gonna I will resolve that if it's bothering people. Don't worry. Right. Anyway, more important matters. Let's see. So, what was the marching order again? Tell me who's heading. Who's at the head of the stairs? Who's marching up
I guess
first?
me.
Okay.
I've got the staff that stops vines from attacking us.
Okay. Let's put you there then. And who's following? Who's second, third, fourth, fifth?
I assume one of the monks is second, and then Fafuk, Cade, and then a monk following at the.
I'll be at the rear.
Okay. So Luhai. I'm gonna have to like kind of overlap these tokens. I think. Oops. Why is that not? There we go. Luhai. Fafuk. Cade. And Oddbald. So let's load that up. Let's make that active. Just make sure we've got no other tokens on there. I don't believe so. No. Okay. Goes against post. There we go. So, you stood at the top of this spiral staircase and at a junction of sorts. So there's three passageways leading off. Excuse me, leading off from the top of the stairs. One to the north, one to the west, which both ended ended a door, and one to the east, which ends at a statue. So there's three archways overlook a circular chamber where a spiral staircase descends into the darkness, which you've just come up. Staircase walls are lined with unlit torches in iron sconces and set in niches containing mouldering humanoid skulls and bones that are like crammed into all the brick cracks and spaces in the brickwork and between the steps, which you've seen before.
So nothing out of the ordinary. Okay.
No, not really.
Still checking for traps.
Yeah, traps.
I'm going to move one step left just to get a better view. Okay. One more. It looks like the stairway goes further.
So no, the stairway doesn't go any higher up.
Oh, sorry. Is that where we've come from?
Yeah. So
right, okay, sorry. Cool.
It doesn't go any further up.
So, shall we see what's behind? I'll check the door for traps and see if I can wheedle it open.
Excuse me.
Anything vegetable, jump away and I'll intervene.
So yeah, no, there's nothing. So these corridors are quite. They're not spotless, but they're much cleaner. They've any dirt and debris and cobwebs. Not like I said, not spotless, but much cleaner. That gives the impression that there's regular traffic come through here.
Didn't you like the look of that, Louis?
Oh, did you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you just open that door?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's for nothing. Nothing to see here. Slam.
Oh,
You rolled a
dear.
one.
So I believe you're making a. You were checking the door for traps, were you not? Oh, perception. There you go.
I rolled 19.
Okay, fine. So there's nothing. Nothing. But you do. You can hear sort of muffled voices. No, you can't make. I can't make out words. Kind of more like mumbling.
Okay. Fafuk will turn to the others and make that keep quiet motion. and then sort of make the I can hear talking on the other side of the door motion, and then shrug up the others. You know, do we want to line up and charge in, or do we want to like, I don't know, take it easy? What do you guys want to do?
Pick a door and then we all go through it. That's my vote.
Okay, who wants to do the door kicking? I'm happy to open it up and step aside.
I love a good door kicking. Get out of my way.
Yeah, let's do the door kicking.
All right. I'll cast guidance on Tacklin.
Most kind.
It's just a 1d4 to any ability check in case it comes up in the next minute.
Okay. So the door's not trapped.
Nope. No
It is
traps.
not.
Let's kick it open. Wow.
Okay, what you're literally kicking it open?
Well, Lou just opened it on his own. So,
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
So is that to kick or not to kick?
no.
Well, which way does it open, first of all?
It will open into the room.
Okay. Well, then kick away, my
Kick.
friend. Kick away.
Kick it just in case there's someone behind it.
Storming to the party like my name's El Nino. Kicked
Okay,
open.
get. Well, you need a strength check really to kick it open.
Oh, Gio.
It does have a handle. It's not just like swing freely around. It's not like
Okay, well,
saloon
in
doors.
that case,
Strength.
Fafouk will quietly turn the lock so it's not engaged, and then Tacklin will
1,
just kick it out
2,
of his
3,
hand.
kick.
I was going to say it's got advantage.
Oh, it
on
don't matter.
strength
It don't
checks
matter.
after that
Oh,
feat.
wow.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Off its hinges.
Okay, right, yeah. So, well, you tell us, Tacklin. You've got a good roll there. You can. What is the?
Drop kick it.
So, where the actual handle and the lock is, pivot on the left
it's
foot,
locked.
right foot, pow! FBI style, straight through. Door swings off its hinges, straight in, first run.
Okay, so despite your dramatic entrances, there's no reaction from the inhabitants of the room beyond, which nobody's ever seen before, especially not for food. So old wooden benches and shelves along the walls of this chamber are covered with gears, chains, trap components, cages filled with rats, lit iron braziers. I'm gonna get that. Well, I'll get that the right way around. First time one day. Hang by chains from the ceiling. Along the north wall, a stepped dais is set with a bulky contraption, an Iron Maiden of sorts, attached to a network of steaming pistons, tubes, and bubbling vats of blood. 5 masked dwarves operate the contraption, but they're again much like the figure in the room that you've just left down on the floor below. They turn to at your entrance, a rather overly dramatic entrance, but
No. I feel like I've underplayed it. I kick the door open, walk in a step and go, "Ah!"
yeah, that's kind of their reaction as well. They kind of look at you and then just go back to what they were doing, continuing working away at this contraption.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Do you get an attack of opportunity? I don't think you get an attack of opportunity, but you could have a free attack if you wished. I'm not really sure why they're all spread out among the room, because they're all at this end of the room operating all this machinery.
They're, I feel like
Possibly
we've seen
some,
these before.
yeah. So yes,
These are
you're
the
yes. So
dwarves dangling.
yes, so these are the same. Look to be the same dwarves, not exactly the same dwarves. Oh, well, who knows? Where yes, these dwarves that are
Are you
wearing
saying
this
that all dwarves
same.
look the same? Because that's really racist.
I didn't say that.
Super
You said
racist.
that.
As a dwarf, that's really racist.
Well, these do all look the same because they are wearing that demon face mask that you've seen these dwarves wearing before.
Did we
And-
kill him last time we saw him?
No,
I don't think you've actually engaged any of these
they're off
before.
the ceiling, dangling off the ceiling.
Yeah, so they were like dangling from ropes and chains. doing performing maintenance on all those gears and machinery down in that lower level.
I'll give him a chance, like a outreach program sort of thing.
Okay, like I said,
One of them looks to me funny as getting swiped at.
they just continue to. They don't look at you. They just, like I said, once they've clocked you once, they just continue what they're doing.
This is weird.
And Luhai shuts the door on your own.
Nice, nice.
Fuck that noise.
I agree with that move.
Too many dwarves.
Oh, I suppose we quietly, after we realise they're not doing anything, we just have a poke around and see all the stuff they have.
Okay. Right. So, well, like I said, there's.
Right.
Sorry?
Last time you said they were undead, is that right?
They certainly have the stench of the undead or the severely unwashed.
Interesting.
So, like I say, all these shelves and benches that you can see there, there's gears and chains and tools and various other bits and pieces. They look like used for maintenance.
Have we just found the janitor's closet?
Like I say, the more interesting thing is this huge machine at the end of the room that they all appear to be operating from. This like clanking and hissing of steam comes from. There's like wall of heat emanating from it.
What is it?
Well, what is it indeed? Do you want to? I can give you another description of it if you like. So along the north wall, a stepped dais is set with a bulky contraption, what appears to be an Iron Maiden of sorts, attached to a network of steaming pistons, tubes, and bubbling vats of blood.
I ask one of these creatures, what is that?
So it looks at you, sort of with this, sort of slowly turns and looks at you. No response. It turns as it looks at you. It turns away and continues what it's doing.
Fascinating. What do you guys think? We want to mess with it?
So
or do we-
suddenly the iron contraption shudders, and the size of it hinges, and a split appears down the centre of it as it's like hinges open, like sort of doors of this Iron Maiden opens, releasing a hissing cloud of steam, and through the roiling vapour, an armoured figure wearing a bucket helm stomps into view.
Oh, one of those.
Oh no.
Right, as it does, these dwarves, they step out of the way.
Could this be like a golem manufacturing spot? So they're like making these things here.
Looks like
Could
it.
be.
Does that mean we're screwed now? Do we need to run?
So this thing sort of stands motionless for a moment, then slightly unsteady, it steps down off the dais,
Like
and
Frankenstein.
one of the dwarves hands it an axe, and as it hefts the axe, it's as if it's familiar to it somehow, and then it strides forward with a malicious purpose.
Oh, you fucking dead. Let's go.
Right. Fafouk would like to roll initiative now, please. Or do we get a round of actions before it closes?
He's literally just being born. Let's just fuck him up before he gets his bearings.
So it's initiative, yeah.
Oh, come on. We've got to get a
You had
surprise.
your opportunity. You mean just like stood around watching, just asking him questions.
He's just popped out. What is axe?
Born ready to fight.
No. Fair enough. Let's fucking do this.
Like a baby shark ready
How
to
come
take
on?
your hand off.
Baby
How come all Toon
shark,
Dwarves are in
do-do-do-do-do, baby shark,
All Toon Dwarves are in
do-do-do-do-do.
initiative and all.
They are indeed.
Good.
Oh yeah.
I'm hungry. Come on, kid.
Beat yellow high.
Come on, Cade. Where's your initiative?
There. 14.
Ah, you beat me, you bastard.
Okay.
You can go in front of me if you like. This is not a competition.
It's fine.
What spell have I got ready?
Okay, as we dive into the first round of combat, what a surprise! We're fighting again. It's Obold to go first.
Let me just check something.
What the nearest exit?
I know where the nearest one is. I've already scoped that.
I think we should paint a yellow stripe down the monk.
I agree.
Oh, sorry, people, we can't actually see what's going off. There we go.
What's its radius? 15-foot radius. Right. Side to side is around about 30 foot, is it? Across at the top?
Yeah, well, it's about 25, 30 feet, yeah.
Right.
It's probably quite brightly lit apart from the most southern end of the room.
Right, yeah.
And for Fook, to the left of you, if you haven't already noticed, there's a set of stairs going up.
Yeah. Fuchs like wondering about that, but guessing it. As long as nothing comes down those steps.
Like a big boulder that...
Yeah, or one of those juggernauty things while he's unconscious.
What, in
Remember,
this room?
he never saw. Remember, Fafuk never saw the juggernaut. He was unconscious when it hit, and it was gone by the time he woke up.
Yeah, bizarre. I'm going to cast Darkness, Phil.
Darkness. Darkness, wow. Okay.
Where?
And I'm going to center it on that Iron Maiden.
Do you want to drop a template down on it? They are on the right-angled ruler on the tools on the left-hand side, or if you drop the spell into the chat, it should allow you to. It should give you.
I can't drop the spell in.
Oh,
I don't have a spell book.
Okay. So yeah, if you just use the measurement controls, you can create a template from there.
Might go off. It says 15-foot radius. So is that?
I don't know. I can't see what you're drawing until you've drawn it.
Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, 2.5 blocks is right. Yeah.
It should count it out for you anyway.
Slightly then.
Yeah, it should do.
It should tell you how.
It's just moving the point of origin.
Oh, okay. Right. Let me.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it's slightly in front of the Iron Maiden.
I'm just going to change the colour of that so I can more easily see it. I know it should be a bit black because it's saying. I'm going to make it red just so we can see it a bit better.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so the northern end of the room is plunged into darkness, and you just see this wall of pure black, impenetrable black darkness covering the north end of the room, just in front of Tackling and Fafuk.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let me go back to where I was. Original plan.
Can dark vision see through it?
No.
No.
Well, that was silly.
It's the first time I've ever used that spell since I've had it. And I've had it since level 1 or 2. Because there's no point me fighting in it because I can't see the damn thing.
Right. Who's next?
So, next it's Lu Hai. Our second monk.
Now that's on the line.
I'll move up to there and I'll take the dodge action.
On the defensive again, eh? Radio.
I can't see. Well, I can't see anything.
Well, this is true. This is true. Right, let me see. So, this one is... Oops, so that is not right. Here's that. Okay. And it might help if I got the right tools. It is all. Okay.
Is that your dog, Lou?
Yeah, they can hear
Yeah, we've got the snoring dog soundtrack again.
that strange rumbling noise is the sound of a
Don't
snoring
apologise,
dog.
It's amazing.
Sorry.
It's all that.
Yeah,
pipe work at the
yeah.
back
It's
of the
all
room,
the
Phil.
machinery. Okay, so tackling one emerging from this see, so it's like front half of it as it's at first as it emerges from this wall of darkness, and swipes at you with this with that axe.
Okay.
Doesn't like you.
So it's got a battle axe which it's wielding two-handed, which hefts and swipes at you, swings at you.
At disadvantage, yeah? 'Cause
A
of the-
disadvantage because you got your silly cloak on, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Your silly, shiny disco cloak.
Oh, it's very silly. Very messy.
And it misses.
Oh, shock.
Oh, mine's the shiny disco.
Oh, sorry, it's yours. Is it? Oh, no, it's the displacement one, isn't it? You've got.
Yeah. I've got the disco cloak. He's got the flashy cloak.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Well,
it
did we
missed.
swap?
No.
I
You've
thought
got
mine was the cloak of
displacement.
displacement.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, the flashy.
Yeah, yours is.
It
So it's kind of it's kind of that heat haze kind of effect, isn't it? You can't, whereas Orbol's is actually like a pearlescent sort of shimmering, all sort of rainbow colours.
Okay, right. Okay.
Looks like oil on water.
So yeah, it swings at you with this two-handed battle axe. It misses and then swings again. Unfortunately, again with disadvantage. Yes, that would seem to be the case. And misses again. And so that means it's Tackling's turn in the round.
Shouldn't have done that. Just reading the room, these guys look like they're escaping to the west. Is that what they're trying to do, or we're standing here and fighting?
Who is that question aimed
Fight
at?
or flee.
Hobo's just making sure he's not in the. Hobo's just making sure he's not in the line of fire.
Oh, right, you're talking to your friends.
Yeah, fight or flee.
Fight, I think.
Excellent.
Fight him if you want.
If you want.
Ball to rage. It's changed again. Features. Rage. There he is. Usability. So the one that took a swipe at me is about to get messed up. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Okay, yeah,
Does
that
13 hit?
is. Does a 13 hit? It does not. Well, you strike it, but the blow is ineffective as it's deflected by his armor.
Oh, just tell him, just as I'm swiping at him.
Or
Oh, you
rather,
done got fucked up, kid.
So he's not
Now
wearing
take
armor.
another swipe.
It's tough. His skin is like unnaturally. His skin is unnaturally tough and hardened.
19.
And 19, on the other hand, does indeed penetrate his toughened skin.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Stab him and make him go through.
Okay.
Make sure he feels it. 12 points of damage, Phil.
Yes, indeed.
Are you rolling with advantage?
Why?
Do you not get? Oh, it's that other thing that you get advantage when you attack. Sorry, never mind.
No, it's cool.
Yeah,
Frenzy.
don't forget.
When
Don't
it goes
forget.
reckless.
I don't think we mentioned that. Did you? You picked up all those kind of charms from eating all that magical food.
But yeah, that would
Yeah.
that would mostly health, I think, wasn't it?
So what was it again? Yeah, we'll
Extra health.
Advantage on
Constitution checks, strength
Constitution,
checks,
temporary hit
temporary hit
points.
points, and I think that was it.
Yep.
3
You're like a
things.
hero's,
Something
you're
about
like a
luck.
hero's feast.
Yeah, what will that luck thing?
Oh yeah, and you can one time you can apply a D6 to a 20-sided dice roll.
Cool.
That's it.
I didn't use that, did I?
No,
No.
nobody's used anything as yet.
Awesome. That ends my turn.
And they were for 24 hours, weren't they?
Something like that.
Time was
Right, sorry, that was 12 points of damage, wasn't it?
12 points of damage, and I'm not moving anywhere. I'm kind of covering these guys.
Who's next?
So next up, it's Cade.
Okay, so I have questions. Before this darkness occurred over there, did I see, there are a few enemies there,
Almost all of the enemies, if that's what you want to call them, bit prejudiced, but if that's what you want to call them, yeah, they are all stood in that darkened area.
Okay.
Apart from the one that's now
Stood next
Yeah,
to
which
toe
came
to
out.
toe,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Just to be clear, this one started attacking me, yeah? So they are enemies. If that's what we want to call them, they are enemies.
I call them enemies, so I like to say hello with a good fireball.
Wow! You know what? Let's do it.
So
where? Yeah, go on.
I will place it to the back wall, okay? So
Okay.
avoid hitting my, friends, okay?
Okay, can we have a D20 roll just to make sure it's going to go on target?
Yeah, sure. 20.
So glad I cast Rage.
Hang on.
Should
I
I
have to check my
that,
modifier.
should I have that at disadvantage since you're firing into darkness?
No, I'm not. I had a look before, and I asked questions
No,
and
it's
confirmed my suspicion.
I'm only
So
joking.
it's a static object I'm aiming for, not a person. Okay. Where do I find my spell modifier?
Yeah.
It should be like +6 at least.
Yeah.
If not
I know
+6.
it's +6 or more, but I can't. Where can I find it?
Mine's under spell book. If you could
Yeah,
spell
but where?
book, it's at
I'm
the
there. Oh, spell attack +8. I got it. Thank you.
Very good.
So let's roll a d20.
So it's unlikely that you'll miss. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
16.
Okay. So
Basically, that was the center figure, and I'm placing it behind it.
yeah,
okay?
on the back
So
on the back wall, I presume.
yeah, so I'm
where the-
avoiding my allies. That's my main objective.
Okay. So do you want to pop the spell into chat for people?
Yes, I am doing it right now. Spell, fireball, shoot. Where is it? Yeah, I got it. Cast spell.
Do you want me to put the I'll put the template down.
Yeah, please. And
Okay.
I do
So that's on the
damage.
back wall.
Damage.
Radio. So yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to bother placing it down because it's instantaneous. Right, so it's 28. So they get dex save, but it's going to be at disadvantage since I didn't really see that coming. So let's give them all a save. saving throw, disadvantage. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fumble. And that is a fail. So they all fail. So they take the full damage, full 28 points of fire damage. Yep, that's fine. One moment while I adjust that.
Okay, after this, as a bonus action,
Okay.
I like to, use my mental abilities, and I like to shove, this guy next to Tucklin back into the darkness. So he needs to do a strength saving throw against 16, please.
Okay. Okay, right. And you knock him. You just knock him clean off his feet, and he goes hurtling backwards.
5 feet to the north, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
And disappears into this wall of darkness.
Okay, and I'm done. Actually, I'm gonna move a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. I sit at the table. Okay.
That one should be. Why is that not? Should be. Okay. Right. So one emerges from the darkness between Fafuk and Tackling and Lu Hai, and attacks one of you at random. Let's see, who is it going to attack? It attacks Lu Hai. So Lu Hai was on defensive, was he not? So that's an attack is at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hefs swings his battle axe, two-handed, and disadvantage, and misses with the first swing. It applies to all attacks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hope so.
And completely misses. Yeah, it completely misses you. So that's the end. And next, it's for Fook.
Great. Fufuk will step back and across here, get in behind Tackling to cast a spell. I assume it's going to take a swipe at me because I've had to step out of
I am just looking.
combat range. Like a reaction thing.
So yes, it has got a reaction. I will just check. I thought I was just making sure it wasn't too slow to react. So yeah, it gets a reaction against you. So battle axe attack, and it completely misses.
Yay.
Lucky bastard.
Right. Food casts. Yep. Spirit Guardians at
Oh,
level 4.
Phil's favourite
Jesus
spell.
Christ.
All
And
your
then-
friends are about to die.
and then tries to like step into this. I don't want to stand there because it could hit me, so I'm just going to stand just
Okay.
there. So the circle,
Do you want to put
But
the
I
template
may-
down?
15 foot around me. Sorry, I didn't create a template. Just give me a second.
Yeah. So there's the template button in the chat.
Template.
It'll give you the
Um,
proper size one. There you go.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be centered on you.
Yeah, but I think it's snapped to the border.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll put it right anyway. So I presume you're naming your allies as immune
Correct.
from your phallically endowed cloud of homicidal fairies.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so currently the only hostile thing that you're aware of that is inside that is the one undead dwarf at the side of Lu Hai and Tackling.
Well, we saw them all, so I know they're coming.
Yes, but current.
Yeah,
I'm just saying current. But
Yeah.
that's all you're aware of. That's all you can see. Okay, so next then is it's Mr. Badly Injured. Where are you? That one. Okay. So, yep. So another one emerges, stepping straight into this cloud of of obscene fairies.
Save DC 16 wisdom or 14 points of damage.
All right. Okay. Okay. Right. As it steps into this cloud, it's instantly battered to the floor and to smashing this mask from its face, and it's battered to death.
Yay.
An embarrassing death even for an undead dwarf.
Yeah.
Sure, why that's not updated. It's taking a while to load
Who's
in
next?
the. One moment.
Who's next?
It's taking a while to load up that icon. For some reason, I don't know why it always takes a long time to load that up.
It's
Yeah,
dead on my
it's
screen.
some reason. There we go. I don't know why it takes a while to load them status icons up. For the first time. Right, so next it is guy number 2. So let's see. He's going to kind of stumble around through here, there, and think so. Something partially emerges from the darkness in front of you, tackling. So it kind of half sticking out. Its face partially comes out, and it swings. It takes a swing at you. But it's also stepped into the range of the cloud of fairies.
29.
29, so it unfortunately has to do that, which is probably going to be a disadvantage because you can't see them. Okay. And fails, so it takes 29%. And again, it just you maybe catch sight of it as it spins around, as it's battered from all directions by these fairies impacting into it, and it hits the dirt dead. Hopefully this one will. The icon should come straight up. Yep, there we go. And next, right. So then there's a
Whoa,
sound.
Stop. Attacker opportunity. You just passed through my thing.
That is in darkness. So
Yeah, well, I know it's coming through. I can see him come through that bit there. There's darkness, and then there's not being able to see it coming through.
go on then. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it, but it's at disadvantage because
For
you only
me?
get for you. Because you only see get a brief sight of it as it steps past you. Because the template, the darkness covered you. I heard that. Oh, it's going to make a
16 wisdom.
Yeah.
13.
First save. Let me get that save.
Oh, you bastard!
It fails its wisdom save. So what damage has it taken?
13.
13.
Tackling
20
rolls
from me
a
as
20
well.
and a 20. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Oh dear.
Yeah, he got a nat 20 and a dirty 20.
Oh dear. Okay, right. You hit it anyway. So you managed to get past the chink in, like a gap in it, find a gap in its armor,
Just as
and
it's walking
jab it
past,
with your short sword
stab it straight under his arm.
straight in the armpit, and for 8 piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay. The groan of the undead.
Sorry.
What's the dog called? Lou.
I've got Shadow, which is a
Oh.
pitch black lab, and the other one's like a reddish one called Ash.
Which one's making the
Shadow
noise?
and Ash.
Which one's making the noise?
Neither of them now.
Shadow. Shadow. His head's right under the laptop, under the table, so it's reverberating up.
Fantastic.
Okay, so So despite taking this damage, it doesn't really react. I mean, you can see that it takes it physically reacts in the the actual impacts. And then it attacks. It turns towards
Obold. Obold.
Luhai
God.
Ah,
and attacks, hefting this huge double-edged axe.
Disadvantage, Phil.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just need to look at its plethora of extra bits and pieces.
That's always ominous.
So that's finished. Right, okay. What's that? Right.
did it fail its dex check, by the
It-
way?
It's Dex check.
Yeah, the
Yeah, for
Spirit
It's
Spirit
wisdom.
Guardians.
Wisdom 16.
It did
Wisdom,
fail its wisdom
yeah.
check, yeah.
Yeah, it took that damage, yeah.
Oh, right. I wasn't sure because I couldn't remember if it said or not.
Okay, just one moment.
look at
I assume
Kid
that
down
might be
there on his own.
viable.
I hope Nope comes and gets him.
Don't give him ideas. Shut up.
Okay, so
You alright down there, mate?
Yeah, I'm having fun. Waiting for my beer.
Excellent.
It's got a flagon of beer and a plate of fish and chips or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm waiting
so-
for it.
so it hefts this axe, but instead of using the blade, it turns it and like use the flat of the blade to just like batter you instead,
Huh?
using it more like a club than than it's how it's meant to be used.
Strange.
And right, and does an 18 hit? I can't remember.
No.
No.
Nope.
Is
Okay.
that disadvantage, Phil, as well?
Oh yeah, that is disadvantage. Yeah, and so okay, it swings again and misses again. They're doing really well. In their defense, this is like one of the higher levels, rather the lower levels, if you want to look at it like that. Right. Okay. So next, last of this round is this guy, and he is going to. So yeah, he's again one partially emerges from this wall of darkness and it attempts to swing. You can't see it properly. It can't see you properly, but it swings at you with its axe anyway.
By you, do you mean me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, tackling. So it
It's
swings with
Sure,
disadvantage,
it's in
and
darkness.
it misses. It is at disadvantage, yeah, but it's a disadvantage anyway against you. It misses and then attacks again, and does a 19 hit.
Oh fuck yeah, it does.
Okay, right, yeah. So it swings this axe blindly, and the axe bites into you, hitting you for kind of just a glancing blow for a mere 4 points of slashing damage.
2 because I'm raging.
Ugh.
Right, and that is the end of the first round of combat. So let's reset the initiatives and go again.
Oh, God.
I'm expecting to be beaten by Luhai this round.
Why, have you been a bad monk?
No, I only got 18.
Why is it not rolling NPCs? Come on, roll. There we go. Oh, look at that. One's bet orbal. One of the zombies is bet orbal.
Oh, my God.
There's going to be a Luhai above that, I bet. Unless he rolls a 1.
Come on, wizard and monk.
Just out of curiosity, Luhai's dodge, does that last until his end of his turn? His next turn?
Come on, Cade. Initiative.
It's hard to question now because he's number one.
Hang on.
If
I
he was
lost it. Hang on.
last, would he still be able to
Hang on.
dodge everything that came at him until that point?
No, I think it lasts until the end of the round.
Okay, cool.
Hang on. I
Just
lost Foundry. One second.
Under the fist.
Oh, where is it not there?
Top right, under the fist.
I know I can't find Foundry. It's not on my screen. Can someone roll for me? So don't
Why
you
is
don't make.
Foundry not on your screen?
I don't know.
It's on the laptop screen, so he alt tabs away, and it's.
I know. I'm looking for it.
Should
and-
be
okay.
should be on the action bar on the bottom, shouldn't it? Anyway, well, anyway,
It's
Local
not there.
notes in
That's what
your
I'm saying.
area.
I know it's meant to be there, but it's not there.
yeah, it's because you've managed to close it.
You've closed it. You've
Yeah.
logged out.
You've closed it and logged out.
You want to
Yeah.
roll an initiative for
Yeah,
Cage?
please,
Well,
please
Yeah,
roll
I'll
for
do it.
me.
Yeah,
Don't
there we
wait
go.
for me.
oh, you're
He's second.
Hurry up and log in.
There
I'm
he is.
doing
Back-
it. I'm
he's
doing
back
it.
in.
I'm
He's
doing
coming back
it.
in.
Fuck. I done nothing. It just disappeared.
Them cougars in your area can wait. Just wait.
Okay, so first to act this round, surprise, surprise, it's Lu Hai. So Lu Hai, do you want to confirm? Can you confirm the that dodge, your active dodge, or whatever you want to call it?
What do you mean?
When does it last till?
I thought it was the end of the round.
That's fine. I wasn't questioning it. I was just so people knew.
Yeah, please. That I didn't know that. It was a question from me. That's nobody's attacking you.
Yeah, he says until the start of your next turn.
All right.
Oh, that's
So-
different then. So if you
Yeah,
were
that
to
is-
last,
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
he was
okay.
to go last, he'd still
Yeah.
have it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So that is different.
Right.
Right. Okay. But anyway, so and it ends now. So Lu Hai, it's your turn. So you're now no longer actively dodging. What are you doing?
I'm gonna attack the big guy.
Attack the big guy. Okay.
Yes. Right. Let's see. Ooh, 16. Was that enough?
That is not enough. So yeah, you don't manage to
Wow.
penetrate its armor. It is covered in like loads of metal plates that are all bolted to it.
Right.
And spikes.
Yeah, spikes, plates.
find a
Open
weak
palm,
point.
one of the spikes on his shoulders.
Yeah, but,
Punch him in his throat. Pow! Straight under helmet.
Holy shit.
Too low.
This is
Here we
not going
go.
good.
Not that helmet.
So this, for people who haven't seen it, this is the two things we're fighting. So there's this thing that Lu Hai is currently attacking, the Tomb Guardian. This guy, corpse, stitched together corpse, covered in bits of arm, rusted armor, all bolted to him.
He's got a face on his belt as well. Or
Yeah.
two maybe.
Yeah, and the face they've got like
Eyes
metal
in 'em.
plates bolted to him as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, that might be a bit of artistic license. And then, of course, there are the dwarfs, which don't seem to load up.
Does a 19 hit, Phil?
Does a 19 hit? A 19 does hit, and this is
Yeah.
the dwarf, the sort of undead
Finally.
dwarves as well.
Holy crap.
Only 6
What have you done
damage.
to my people?
So they look like I think I've said before. They look like those albino dwarves that I think you met once.
Yes.
They were a bit,
6
they were a
points of
bit
damage,
loopy,
Phil.
wasn't he? 6 points of damage. Well done, sir. That's
And
fantastic.
I'll make that a stunning strike.
You'll make that a stunning strike, will you? Let me just double check something. Radio. Stunning strike. What's the difficulty class of your stunning strike? Is it
I think
16?
it's 16.
I believe it
thought
is.
was 60.
Okay. Okay, right. It appears stunned.
Hey, nicely
Nice.
Little bird is spinning, tweeting around its head.
That's my turn over with.
Very well. Next, it is Cade.
So I like to cast Firebolt against the one next to Taklin and Luhai.
Okay. Okay. If that requires a if that requires a hit roll, doesn't it?
Yes. I
Okay.
believe.
So there'll be a partial armor class to bonus to it. So yeah. So partial cover. So that'll be yeah. Go on. I don't need to tell you what it is. It's got partial cover. That's all you need to know.
So did it roll? I clicked on it, but I don't know.
No, you've got to click on the attack button in chat. So it's put the spell into chat, but you still need to click the attack
Okay.
button.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, attack.
We will wean you off D&D Beyond. Okay, that is a 19. That is a hit. So yeah, so it whizzes past Luhai, between Luhai and Taklin,
Ooh,
striking it.
Wow.
Thought, wow.
Whoa.
Right, so yeah, it explodes in its face, just like burning away the flesh from its face, and as the flames reveal the like bones and the skull beneath, it collapses to the floor.
Yay. Well done.
Thank you. So after this, I like to shove the other badly injured guy next to him on the north away, please. So can he do a 16 DC strength saving throw, please?
Okay, the one to know for that one. Okay.
Yes.
How are you doing that?
I have a
It's telekinesis ability.
telekinesis, as I picked it up.
Check.
And therefore my mage hand is double range, and I gained some intelligence, and I have this telekinesis.
Okay, right. As that telekinetic force, that psychic force, hits it full in the chest, it staggers and it staggers backwards, disappears from view.
The only problem I have with this, it doesn't trigger attack of opportunity. That's why I picked it up, but I didn't know it doesn't do this. It would be awesome for the monks, Hey ho.
Balancing.
Right, thank you.
There we go, balancing.
I'm still waiting for my beer. I slammed the table. Where is my beer? Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So. Right, so moments after it staggers, it disappears from view, it comes staggering back out of the darkness and attacks Tackling, swinging at him with its axe.
Can I roll it? Say,
Oh yes, it's got
11 DC 16 wisdom or
Yep.
11 points of force damage.
Okay, so wisdom save 16. And it fails, so it takes a full damage. What's that? 13? No,
11.
Okay. Right, it's looking near death after that. It's looking really battered. But
It's
nonetheless,
radiant. Sorry, it's radiant, not force. I don't know if they're sensitive to radiant. If they're
they are not these ones in particular.
okay.
So yeah, despite it looking near collapse, it swipes. It swings at Tackling with its axe anyway. That's a disadvantage because he pocketed cloak. Oh, does a 23 hit?
Nope.
And it strikes you with the battle axe, and you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Wow, bastard.
And then it
Which one was
swings.
that, sorry?
This one to your left.
Okay.
The one to your right is dead.
Under the
The one to your left is stood on one that's dead. So then it swings again. So it's not at disadvantage now, is it? Or is that
No,
the?
because I've been hit.
Yeah. But it misses. Okay, next to whack then is Obold.
I'll hit this one in front of me.
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I'll stab him. This time.
Run away!
Does damage undo the stun?
No.
No,
No.
No.
I didn't think it did. I just wondered what Lee was on about.
I might not be attacking it otherwise.
Okay,
Oh, it's with advantage this as well.
it
isn't
is. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if hit it anyway. Well, you can roll again just in case you
Yeah.
get a critical, I suppose.
Yeah,
Why
because
is it with advantage?
mine's
It's stunned.
because it's stunned.
Ah, gotcha.
Right, hit the...
Because if I get a critical as well, it's triple damage.
Nice.
No, the other one were 14.
Yep, so you hit.
Well remembered.
Okay, right, you stab it with your spear for a piddling 5 points of damage.
Oh.
I don't think any of them's hit.
That is not a hit, so yeah, the spear's deflected by its armour.
Laid it on a plate for you.
So, bonus attack. Wow.
That is also a miss, although only just.
Wow.
It was close.
I'll just reach out and caress his cheek a little bit and then step back.
Well, with its helmet. At any rate. Okay, so next it's tackling.
So the one that swiped at me.
Yep, to your left. Let me get rid of the corpses because they're just confused now.
Yep.
I might have to drag that one out of the way temporarily to get rid of the corpse.
Ah, okay. I see him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
So-
That's all.
Oh yeah, he's fucked it. I'm gonna
He's
brain.
shot it.
Attack. Oh,
Whoa.
That is a
does
miss.
11 hit?
It does not.
Are you sure?
It does not penetrate its toughened skin.
What about 14?
14 just manages to pierce its skin.
So as I swipe with the first and I miss, and I come down with a second and hit and connect, and I'll make sure it hurts.
So
So-
after that,
Normal. 9 points of piercing damage.
right, that's reasonable. Okay, right,
And
so
the
you
snarl in his
you
mouth.
so you deliver a killing blow and earn the right to narrate his death.
Oh, nice one. So I kind of hit him across where his neck is, and then fucking finish him off and whop his head clean off.
Okay, so somehow you managed to kill him despite using your piercing weapon to do slashing attacks.
It's a sword. I'm not poking him to death. It's a sword. It's not my fault that they classed it as piercing damage. It's a sword.
It's a stabbing weapon. But anyway. Splitting hairs. Or dwarves. So, next to act is for Fu.
Racist.
Fook will step forward slightly
What is that on you?
and cast.
Spirit Guardians will move with him.
You've got
Yeah,
some
Spirit Guardians needs to move up 5 foot, and
What's
then
that
he'll
condition
cast
on you?
Sacred Flame on the stunned dude, which I assume he fails automatically.
You're encumbered, it says. What have you
Who?
been- You? You're encumbered. Not maximum weight, you just have your initial thing. So your movement rate is slowed.
10 radiant damage.
Okay. And that's on the armored dude, I presume.
Correct. Yeah, I'll check out my character sheet, but I suspect it's. We'll sort it out later. But
Yeah, it's
I
not.
was wearing a suit of armor that I just created myself, like months back, because I didn't know how to do it, how to import anything.
Yeah.
And this evening I imported a piece of studded leather off thingy and added. So that's probably what pushed it
Yeah,
up.
we'll have a look at it later. It's
Yeah.
not a major thing. I mean, all it essentially does anyway is just lower your movement by 10. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's got to save against that first, of course.
that's stunned.
Oh, it's.
No,
Oh
it
yeah, sorry, it's
fails.
done.
It's
So yeah,
done.
so yeah, it takes 10 points of damage.
Oh,
And
Uh,
then Fafuk stays where he is. Well, he stepped forward 5 foot, and that's it.
yep. Okay, and next it's the what's this? So this one, so it steps forward into the cloud, the deadly cloud of fairies. Oh,
21.
wow. Right, so it's a wisdom save.
it wants moving up, Phil.
That cloud. That
Okay, I'll move it in a minute.
thing,
It's
yeah.
not going to make it. It's not going to make any difference, really. So- okay, right. It fails a save and is instantly battered to death. The last thing its dead eyes see is some over-endowed fairies slapping it in the face. Right, and then finally it's the armored guy, and he starts his turn inside the area, so he has to make a wisdom save as well, I believe.
Oh, get a good one. Ooh, 26.
And it's 16, isn't it, the wisdom save? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you'd be surprised to know it's not very wise. Oh, but he got a 20. So yeah, it's
It only takes
a
13.
flash of inspiration. Man, some like part of his rotted brain is just got a spark of inspiration left in it. So yeah, but he still takes 20 points of damage.
13.
Oh, 13, sorry. Okay.
Sudden glow of light comes out from behind his visor as something gets turned on in his
Oh.
brain.
I left the oven on. Yeah, and that's the end of that round. Yeah, I'm actually going to waive that and say that the that last wave of damage just takes that one down because it's got damage in it.
Was he set on like single digits then?
Yeah, so it just collapses with a clatter as of like its constituent parts of armor and falls to the floor.
Herbal will peek out from behind the corner, and if there's nothing
No,
else, he'll
it appears
drop
the
his
sounds of
darkness
combat
spell.
are over.
He'll drop that darkness spell then.
Okay. Hooray!
The
Combat is done.
Fafuk will, while he's got Spirit Guardians up, will do a slow circuit to the room, checking for stuff.
Okay. And what's everybody else doing?
I'm still waiting for my beer. Is there no service here? Ah, shit.
There's an empty old empty
Go in
tankard on the table, but they don't like it's had any beer in for a long time.
Are we going the wrong way though? If we want to get back to the landing down to the 3rd level,
I'm
Just
not
traveling.
sure. I think we should at least find out where these stairs go for future reference.
Yep.
But yeah, I suspect you're right. I think we're going the wrong way to get to where we want it to be.
So what are you doing? Are you just going up these stairs? Are you checking this room out? What are you doing?
Well,
Check this room out first.
Yeah. Just have a check out of the room. See what's
yeah,
around.
check the room first, I'd say, before we invite more disaster.
What the hell's that?
Kieran's air conditioning.
It's the fan that I've got going behind my Surface Pro so it don't blow up.
Very good. Okay, so you spend maybe 10 minutes or so searching around this room. So there's, like I said before, there's tools and bits of equipment and things to make spare parts and things for making repairs. So
24 perception for searching.
So if you really wanted to and you spent the time, you could probably assemble a toolkit of various kinds.
What toolkit?
So like so you could a set of thieves tools, an artisan toolkit, alchemist supplies, a set of masons tools, a set of smith tools.
Oh, for Fook will assemble a spare set of thieves' tools.
Okay, so there's enough bits and pieces to assemble two sets of tools. It'll probably take you at least half an hour to do it though, searching around the room, finding all the relevant bits and pieces.
No, it's nothing that Mark's interested in.
Does anybody else wanted to make use of that? Do that or make use of the time in any other way?
I'll just search around, see where I can find.
Well, like I said, that's pretty much it really.
Right.
There's enough bits and bobs, tools and things to put together a couple of toolkits if you so wish.
Make a start on the stairs to the west, please, Phil.
Okay, is that before or after Fafook's finished putting this putting this toolkit together?
Kind of during. I don't want to be wasting time, but you know.
Okay, what about everybody else?
I'm looking for beer. Kid is thirsty.
I don't think the undead brew.
I'll just sit down.
I know, but
If Cade comes to me, I've got the alchemy jug. If he wants beer, I'll stick his.
Oh yeah, please, please. I'm
Drink all you
coming.
want there.
I'm coming. With a keg. I want beer.
That's funny. Right,
So-
okay, Fafook's got his thieves' tools together.
Well, not quite yet.
No.
So Cade, you're chugging beer from the alchemy jug, are you?
Yes, I am.
So Tacklin's heading up the stairs probably after about 5 minutes. How patient?
Yeah,
How
10 minutes. I'm
5-10 minutes. Okay.
I'm about there, just waiting for everybody else. I'm just getting bored.
Right. So you're not. So what? After 5-10 minutes, that's where you're going, or you go in there and then after 5-10 minutes,
Yeah, but after 5-10 minutes, that's where I'm going. And then Cade starts sniffing around for beer.
Yep.
And I'll stick his face inside alchemy jug like blah, 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 make him drink it.
What? All 4 gallons.
Yep.
No, I can't drink 4 gallons. That's more than
your-
my body
We
weight.
were looking for beer.
For fuck's sake.
This is what pick him up like American high school style. Chug, 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 chug.
Okay.
Pick him up like a chicken by the ankles and start dunking him
Yeah,
in it.
I drink it in
Dip
my
his
way,
lemon in.
okay? What
He
I
either
think
drinks
is
it or he
necessary.
dies.
I don't want to die. I
Drinks
just
it
want
or
to
he
have a
drinks
good drink.
it or he drowns.
Is your beer cold?
Yeah,
It is
always.
cold. Yeah, it's cold.
Oh yeah. So I will have a,
Chug,
a
chug,
pint,
chug,
a good
chug.
pint. Good pint is enough.
Oh, okay. No more than a pint then. That's enough to get you drunk, I suppose.
No, I don't want to get drunk. I just want a good beer.
Okay, so while Tacklin's waterboarding Cade in a jug of beer, for Fuchs
That's a good
gathering a toolkit together, what is Orbald and Luhai doing?
Noble will just sit down on the floor and look like he's studying something on the floor.
Okay, Luhai.
Not doing anything.
Okay, right.
Do you want some beer?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have plenty of beer.
I've got a semi-soaked halfling tea bag. Do you want to suck this? Just kind of chuck him at him.
Okay, so finally, for Fuchs, you finish putting together this set of thieves' tools.
Right.
All the
Up
while,
stairs
this machine at the north end of the room, it's still like hissing, and pistons going, and like furnace burning. So, lead him up these stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
No, if
No. After all that,
Oh,
no.
we're going to see where it came
no,
out.
I'm going to take whatever beer that Kate didn't drink and just pour it into the machine.
Okay.
It's kind of like a fire machine, yeah.
So you want to pour it into the forge?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
As a
Why
dwarf,
not?
I feel you would
No,
know
this-
what would happen.
One of them things just came out of it. It was birthed by the machine.
Yeah. That no. So yeah.
we
Let's
don't
just
have to fight anymore.
yeah. Let's
There's
just
no conversation. I'm just pouring 3.5 gallons worth of beer into the machine.
so where are you pouring it exactly? So the
Straight through.
the thing came out of the sort of the casket, the Iron Maiden type
Well, it looks
casket, and there's a forge that's part of this machinery. So there's like a burning
okay.
red hot.
Where does the heart look to be? I'm guessing that's.
Well, that would be. I would
heart.
guess the heart of it. The thing it would be the only exposed bit would be the forge
Yep, this bit here, this big hole with
The-
two big flaps on it.
with the flames coming out of it.
Yep, just go and pour 3.5 gallons of beer straight down its throat.
Okay, I will allow you to make an intelligence check first.
Why? This is not an intelligent move.
It is not an intelligent move. No, that is why I will allow. Despite that, I will allow you to make an intelligence check. All right. Okay. So you pause for a moment. As Fafuk rightly points out, you are familiar with the workings of forges, and to introduce a liquid into such an intense temperature could be catastrophic. Yeah, there would be a rather extreme reaction.
But it's not
Which-
liquid, it's beer.
What?
Tackling, back away from the red hot machinery,
Oh,
please.
fine. You
Why
guys
don't
are
you
not
create water from like the stairwell, like when everyone else is out of cover, and just dump it with create water in there? That would do it from a safe distance.
fun. Yeah, we could do that if you wanted.
Well, I don't have create water handy, but if you do, that's the way I would recommend, because then you're a long way from whatever happens when it hits the red hot coals.
I just got 3.5 gallons worth of beer I didn't want to waste. I wanted to use it for something. So I don't even think I want to waste a spell on it. It's fine. We'll just move on.
You're just gonna leave it after.
Yeah, leave it. It's fine.
Very
But when
well.
are there like twiddles and dials and knobs and stuff?
Yeah, there's all sorts of how it works. You have no idea.
Well, Tacklin, why don't you fulfill the sense of curiosity by spinning and playing with all those dials, and then we leave. Hopefully that'll mess with it.
I'm definitely up for that.
Fufuka rapidly finds a safe spot on the stairs.
After encouraging him.
Yeah.
Okay, you can make another intelligence check as you sort of blindly play with these controls, like pulling levers, turning valves. Okay, yeah. So it hisses and things. Perhaps the doors on the casket close again, but other than that, nothing really happens.
Okay, well, I will close the doors on the casket just so nothing else pops out in
Yeah.
case.
So you've managed to do that at least. Okay. So meanwhile, after that, you all head up the stairs, and you soon. So you're all like in line, filing up these stairs, and you soon come to a dead end. The stairs come to a dead end at the top. Although there's clearly a cursory glance reveals a mechanism for opening a door.
Right, check for traps and then carefully listen and open.
Okay, can make a perception check.
Oh, sorry, perception. Oh,
Whoa.
wow. That'll be like 28 or something.
Okay. Very well. So there's no traps. There's no sign of any traps. Nothing like that.
And
You
no
can't hear,
sounds.
but you can't hear anything.
Cool.
But that's not surprising since it's like it's stone. It's a stone door, so it's probably way too thick to be able to hear anything through anyway. And it's not exactly like it's buzzing with people. So yeah, opening the door, it opens onto a dusty, ruined corridor running north and south. To the south, it soon ends at another wall. To the north, you can see it enters into some kind of hallway.
Okay.
Let me drag you. Sorry, let me drag you here. Yep. Is there any other tokens up here? No.
Oh
No,
wow.
this is the entrance. This is where we came in.
Oh wow.
Many moons ago.
Oh wow.
Seem to load it up on my screen. Everybody else? Oh, there it goes. There it is. Yeah, so it's not been that long. Maybe a few days at most.
Oh, I'm talking real world. Sorry, Phil.
Well, yeah. Real world, it has been long.
So I suppose we look like left and right and go, oh, that's where we are. Okay, turn round, back down.
Okay, closing it behind you.
Well, if you wanted to, we could actually just go out of here and then just go to the central bit and then just follow the stairs down in the central bit, just down to the third level. It'd be just as quick.
Yeah, I suppose. What do you guys think? May as well.
I don't see any benefit or detriment to either, so yeah, sure.
All right, we pop out into the passageway full and then carefully retrace our steps to head back down to the main quadrangle
Level
thing.
3.
Let me just check this. Pardon me. Just need to...
Give 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
I believe all that was sorted. So right, okay. So yeah, you retrace your steps back through corridors, familiar territory. Eventually coming to the top of the balcony, the central staircase that leads that runs down through the inside of the tomb. It's probably easy just to kill them and put some new ones on. Okay. So what are you doing? Are you just that might have been a waste of time doing that, because what you're doing, you're just descending to the to the third level.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Radio.
I think we came to a passageway with those tomb guardians on either side of the hallway. Is that right, or was that a different level?
Find out soon enough.
A different level, I think. I think on the third level, once we got to the bottom. There were just all them vines and everything all over the place because you were firing at them from the stairs.
It was fungus. Some kind of fungus.
Yes, it's fungus and vines and stuff.
Oh,
Like brambles and fungus and some sentient plant form thing.
I just need to replace some tokens. Bear with me a second while I do this. So I'll do there, then that. Okay, so let's bring everybody down there.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
So yeah, there is that corridor that you were thinking about with the with them with the two
Oh, it was.
guardians. Yeah. Okay, so where you are stood. So yeah, you stood on at the bottom of the stairs, or near the bottom of the stairs. To west of you is this corridor. We're partway across. There's that rusty chain between that's strung between these two tomb guardians that stood in the alcoves of the partway down the hallway, and almost everywhere, growing on the floor, the walls, and ceiling, protruding from the cracks in the flags and the walls, is this bright purple fungal growth that covers everything. Every so often you hear this faint popping sound as one of the sort of parts of the fungus just like pops open and lets out like a cloud of purple spores.
Can I use my staff to navigate through this shit?
And the one moment. So and they all so as you're near some of it anyway. It's all over the place. So it smells of death. It smells of rot, decay, rotting flesh. This fungus.
What was the plaque? What was this plaque again?
The plaque. So the plaque, you can just make it out from here. It says, "Walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shadow at the font. The vulture is the first step. Write the gods." And the final line, "The walls of history tell all." I shall pop it into chat.
Thank you.
So as you've figured out by now, each separate line refers to a separate element of the level.
I've saved it as a journal entry. Well, I try to.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a.
Oh, it's gone into player journal.
Right, so I try and walk through the plants using my staff.
And remind me of the staff's ability again.
Okay, I can do. 1 second. Inventory. Is that one? I've got two. Sorry. Yeah, it's that one. No. I'll put it into
No?
chat. Wait a minute. Info. There we go.
Yeah. Go for staff.
Okay, it's in the main. It's in the main journal, level 3 plaque, along with level 4 plaque.
Okay. So what you do? So what's tackling doing exactly?
Is that the right one? Yeah. I thought I've got a staff that like made plants repulse. Is that?
No, they don't regard you as hostile.
No, you had
unless
a you had
harm
a
them.
spell, or somebody had a spell that destroyed plant life.
Yeah, I've got that as well.
no
But
attack.
I thought this staff that I'd got.
No.
Okay, fine.
Well, do we want to go to the left and attack these two Tomb Guardians? Keeping in mind I'm very low on spells right now.
Oh no, yeah. Blightbane. While you were attuned to the staff, blights and other evil plant creatures. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't regard you as hostile.
Don't regard me as hostile. Yeah.
Unless you harm them.
Yep. So I knowing I'm hopefully knowing that I'm not going to attack by these plants, I want to go over here.
Okay. So what about everybody else?
No spores look nasty.
So as Tackling walks into these into the thick of this fungal growth and spores and mold, little eyes pop, like there's like slight small faint popping sound, and eyeballs appear at random all over the place, on the walls, the floor, the ceiling, in amongst all this fungal growth, as part of the growth.
Yes.
Confident in the staff, I'll keep going.
Okay, what's somebody else doing? So so other than that, nothing seems to happen. So Tackling, you get about say to here, just around the corner, and there's another popping sound. So it's like this, what looks a bit like a puffball mushroom, and it sort of goes pop, and this cloud of spores just like erupts around you, and like settle like this it's like a purple dust, and it settles all over you onto your skin. You like there's a faintly unpleasant taste as some of it gets into your mouth and up your nose. What are you doing?
Just carry on.
Okay. What about everybody? Hold on, just leave it there for a minute. What about everybody else? What's everybody else doing?
Well, I'm not following him.
No, done.
Or just watch to see what happens.
Okay.
I'm still licking my lips. Good beer. And I'm
Still
watching...
drinking that?
No, I'm just licking my lips. Satisfied, happy. And
me.
I'm watching what's going on, ready to intervene if I have to.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so eventually you get to where the passageway leads off to the north. 1 second. Page through my thingamajig. So to the north, passageway runs off about 15-20 feet and then comes to a dead end. And at the end of this passageway, you can see a huge carving of a snarling jackal's head that protrudes from the wall. And between the gaps of the fangs, the open jaws of this carving, you can see there's light shining through from a room beyond. You can't make it out from here properly from here.
I'm about to investigate. Excuse me.
Okay. So yeah, you all see Tackling pause at this junction, doesn't say anything, and then heads off, and you lose sight of him. What are you doing?
I ask for food. I ask Cade if he can cast messenger to Tacklin so he can tell us what's happening.
No need. Let's just shout. It's only a corridor, isn't it?
Fair dues. What you doing? What you see?
I see a room full of tiles and what look to be symbols on the floor. And a jackal's head as an entrance and a boat. It looks to be a boat in the middle of this room. Looks
Okay.
to be 5, 10, 15 foot wide.
Walk
Right.
through
Sorry.
water with weapon in hand, it said.
15 foot long, 5 foot wide.
Right, tackling. So even though the gaps of this between the teeth and this open jaws of this carving are only a few inches wide, you can see you like peer after like well, you don't have to crouch down with it because you're short. So through the its open mouth between the jaws and the teeth of this carving, you can see that in the room beyond, you see 4 torches that illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot high room. I'm going to push you forward a little bit further, as if you're not actually in the room, but you can actually see more than you.
Okay.
Because you can
Thank you.
like peer around to the corner, to the sides.
Wow.
So yeah, there's 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot high room. The torches cast flickering light across hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the centre of the room, a gold inlaid funeral barge sits atop a 3 foot tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small stone golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge. So, as you're looking, suddenly, you notice 2 things. First of all, you notice there's a sound of grinding stone as a slab of wall to the east suddenly slides up into the wall, into the ceiling, and through this door, this opening, steps a dwarf wearing a turban and chainmail. He creeps cautiously into the room, pauses, looking carefully about. He's brandishing, holding a shield up defensively in front of him, and he peers cautiously over the top of it, around the sides of it, as he treads cautiously across the floor of this room.
Do I know
Also,
him? Do I recognize him? Is he of our time, our place, our people?
So you didn't recognise, you've never seen him before, but the one thing that does catch your eye is tied around his forearm is a piece of yellow fabric.
Oh,
The sign, the yellow banner.
Uh-huh.
At the same time, or just slightly afterwards, there's some more movement from the roof, catches your eye, and you see walking across the ceiling of this room another of these skeletons with the carved skulls.
Ooh. On the ceiling, 15 foot high.
Walking across the top of the ceiling. The dwarf seems to notice it, and then he edges forward, stepping further into the room, and suddenly there's a loud click.
Oh.
And then a deafening buzzing sound arises from fills the room as clouds of locusts pour out of the mouths of the stone sphinxes in the corners of the room, and the dwarf is almost instantly engulfed in this cloud, and you can hear him screaming and see him briefly catch sight of him flailing about inside this cloud of insects as he tries to fight them off, but apparently to no avail, as when the cloud of insects finally dissipates and they retreat back to the inside the mouths of the statues, nothing of the dwarf remains except bones picked clean and his gear lying in a pile on the floor.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm after the square head.
Yeah. So meanwhile, the skeleton just like paces around across the ceiling of the room.
I want to hit him with Thorn Whip as soon as possible.
Okay. So meanwhile, there's a grinding noise and the door slides shut once more.
But behind me or behind where he came from?
From where he came from.
Oh, yeah. I really don't care about that. I want this.
Okay.
This shit.
So you are you saying anything to your? So the rest of you are completely unaware of this. So this is all happened in what, a minute,
Seconds.
a minute, couple of minutes at the most.
So I'll shout back. I'll shout. Final shape keys here. I've got him in my sights.
Final. I thought we needed 2.
I thought we got one.
No, we just need this one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, there's
cool.
one.
Yeah, you found
Oh, that's
one of
cool.
them almost straight away, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fair dues.
So yeah. Are they able to hear me, or do I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I'll
they
be honest, I don't care. I know
Right,
what
brilliant.
I'm going to do.
Right, go get it.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I didn't
Do you
move
need a
there.
hand?
How are you?
Yeah, no, I just moved you back to where you actually are.
Okay. I think I've still got range though.
Okay, so it's only a small gap, so it kind of restricts your restricts you a little bit. So what are you doing?
Phone whip, trying to grab Skelly Bob
Okay,
over to me.
right. So you cast Thorn Whip, and as this Thorn Whip, as you cast it, and it lashes out, it goes into the mouth of this carving, and it hits a solid surface.
This guy, well, this has been what, a minute, 2 minutes. He's not ran off yet, has he? He's just pondering around still.
The skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just wandering around on the ceiling. It doesn't look like there's
well.
any way it doesn't look like there's any way it can get out.
I'll move south and start dialogue with these. See what they want to do.
Okay.
Because we just need this. We just need this one guy. Is in this room. What do you want to do about it? I can try and get him on my own. It looks pretty complicated up here.
So how did you get into the room?
There's a jackal head that I reckon I could get through.
You can't get through it. You've you've cast Thorn Whip and it hits a solid surface.
So that's not just magic.
You don't know what it is. It's
There's a door. You said a door open for the dwarf to get in.
yes.
Sorry. So we cannot get through. Is that what you're saying to me?
You would not be able to. You would not be able to get through the gap in its mouth anyway. But when you cast Thorn Whip through it, it went into the mouth, and then there was some kind of invisible barrier blocking.
Okay, got you.
So it just only went in like a few inches, and then hit some kind of invisible barrier.
No problem. So there, from this room to the north that I've just been in, there was an entrance, a doorway to the east. That looks like we could get in through. However, we'd have to find a way to get in there.
Is there fungus in that corridor going up to the room?
From my position up to the room, it's filled with fungus too. So from here to here, it's all filled with fungus.
Yeah, it's this fungal growth is pretty much everywhere. If you even spots where it's not visible on the floor, on the map, it's on the walls, it's on the ceiling, it's everywhere. The only place, so the room with these hieroglyphs in, there's no fungus in there at all.
I'll see if I can shadow step to the beginning of that corridor, Phil.
Okay.
But before I do, I'm going to make sure I put something over my mouth.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be breathing in any spores. I'll dampen it with some water first as well.
Okay.
So I want to shadow step to there.
Yep. No problem.
Oh, there's light in that room, isn't there?
There is.
Oh,
Should
Well, can't use darkness.
you should have a torch? You've still got a torch, haven't you, Lee? That magic
yeah.
torch, right? It's not. It's not set up. I'll just make sure it's set up.
Well, can't Obold, can't you use a circle of darkness to create shade and then step?
no, I can't do that because I can't see into the darkness to see.
No, you misunderstand me. What I mean is you use the darkness to block light to create shadow, not go into the darkness.
Because
So I won't be able
to.
I can't fit through that.
No, it's all. It's like I say. It's I tried. There's a delay on the camera. Okay, so it's like literally just like a couple of inches between in the gap of the mouth.
Where's the light coming from?
There are torches in the four corners of the room. So I'll push you through. So like I say, you can kind of stick your head almost into the mouth to look round.
So
So
there's no
these
way
four
to
sphinxes
support
all
light.
have torches which
Yeah.
are cast in the light.
Yes.
So there's no
So
way to block it then.
so if I hang on.
So yeah.
All right. So if I poke my head through and cast darkness on that sphinx in the southeast corner, would that put that vulture in dim light? That plaque with a vulture.
Where's that got my delineation? Possibly. It might do.
Because with the radius of what a torch
fact,
normally is,
it's-
20.
It's possible that there is a bit of shadow, a bit of shade round the bottom, round the base of this like boat, this barge.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking of is that.
But if you
first
took
line
out,
where
if
it
you
says-
removed one of the, took out one of the torches, then it would certainly create enough light at the centre, or rather enough shadow at the centre.
Yeah, because that's what I'm looking for. Because I want to get to that vulture. Because the line says the vulture is the first step.
All right, so the vulture over there next to the body.
No, there's a vulture in front of me.
All right,
So
okay,
there's a step.
Right.
And a vulture in front of me.
right, okay.
So I just want that one that's like 10 feet in front of me.
Yeah,
That's where I want to
possibly,
shadow step to.
possibly. I mean, yeah. So yeah,
If I cast darkness here, that would be everything there would be just pure black.
yeah. So it would take that light out. Yeah. So that, in theory, that would
So
create.
it takes it
In
out.
theory, that would create enough, possibly create enough shadow. Yeah. Dim light.
Yeah,
light. Well,
'cause-
yeah. Dim light. Yeah.
Because torches themselves only go out for is
Yeah.
it 20 foot?
So it would, in theory, it would create enough, create a dimly lit area.
Yeah. So that's what I'm aiming for. So that the dim light allows me to just shadow step to where that step in two in front of me is with a vulture.
So, are you? What are you doing? You're trying to cast darkness onto that area, then?
Yeah. Onto that
Okay.
sphinx in the southwest.
Right, so-
corner.
You attempt to cast darkness onto there. Unfortunately, all that happens is you fill the darkness. You end up casting darkness just inside the mouth of this carving, and darkness fills the corridor.
Yeah. Well, I'll let that go then.
Interesting.
That's
So
my
we
2
can't
points
cast
wasted.
in.
So perhaps out of curiosity, you feel forward in the darkness and putting your hand through the mouth of the statue and deep in further than you can further than you can get your head. You can reach in further than you can possibly get your head through that small gap. There's just like you can feel a cold, solid wall.
When if you're watching like a TV.
Hmm. So I wonder if the way to get in there is the way that they went, where that body is.
Yeah. So do we go?
Do you want to?
further
By
on?
the way, do you want me to give you the description? I presume you're cancelling that darkness spell.
Yeah, just removed it.
Yeah. So do you want me to give you a description of that room again, or?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot high room. The torches cast flickering light across the hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the centre of the room, a gold inlaid funeral barge sits atop a 3-foot-tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge. What's everybody else doing, by the way?
Waiting patiently. I mean,
Since it won't cost me anything, I know this is probably not going to work, but at least I'll not be wasting chi points on it. I'll try using that shadow step to just under the barge then, Phil, if there's a bit of dim light under that.
Nothing. You know, nothing happens. You just like feel. You feel it. The usual effect of the triggering your shadow step, but you don't move. You just blink out and stay where you are.
There's got to be another entrance on this east side of this quad.
or the west.
No, east, because they came in from that body came in from the east.
The only
That's what
other
I'm saying.
the only other entrance you can see off this central area, the central staircase, is of course the staircase descending down to the fourth level, and there's a passageway leading off on the south side of this.
Yeah, but there's got to be something on the east because everything else has had something on the east.
Okay, so we want to get across the other side of the quad then. Okay, can you fly? Can you cast fly on a couple of people, and we fly across, avoiding as much of the purple stuff as we can, or do we just
Yeah,
wade our way through and see what
let me check if I memorized it. Okay, one second.
Sorry, say again.
No, I don't have it memorized. Who would need fly in a dungeon? Fuck.
So basically, we need to try and wade through all the stuff and hope for the best. Then head to the east down whichever tunnel we can't quite see. All right then. For Fook girds his loins, casts guidance on himself, mutters a swift prayer, and tries to stealth his way through the fungus.
Okay, like I said, as you walk through it, eyes are constantly popping in and out of this fungus to like this like faint, and it's impossible. On top of that, it's impossible to like avoid these like eruptions of spores like clouds of spores bursting every so often at random. Sometimes around you, sometimes nowhere near you, but it's just happening just at random, periodically, every so often. The only thing that seems to be directly reactive to your presence is the appearance of these eyeballs. So these appear immediately around each of you.
Fafuk
I'm
mutters,
shadow stepping down to the south, where that south corridor is, Phil.
Okay,
Fafuk mutters to the eyeballs, what the fuck are you looking at?
what's Luhai and Cade doing? So the others have just like gone tramping off through this fungus, through this purple fungus and the clouds of spores that.
I follow.
Oh, hang on. So I thought there was a passage on the far side. See that far. So there's no.
No, we haven't seen one, but there has to be one. Because how else would that yellow banner bloke have got in from the east side of that room that we can't get into?
Okay, so Fafuk's quietly trying to find any secret doorways.
So Orbald, you can to your south, you can see the passage runs off, and then that south passageway joins an east-west passageway.
Oh.
What's Luhai doing?
Waited in here for a while.
Okay, well, you can see where everybody is. So Luhai seems to be hesitating, seems hesitant about following you.
Well, if you want to, Luhai, you could just
Drop
drop
down.
down to the next level, walk down to these steps, and then walk up here. You've avoided all the fungus.
There's no other exit along that long hallway. Fafuk just did the long slog, so you may as well avoid the fungus and just drop down and then come down the stairs.
Yeah. Fungus, mental.
So Orbald, you can make a perception check at that point.
Oh, Fafuk's also got light, by the way. He's
Yep.
got that.
Yeah, I've given you. Let me just check. I think I've given you a torch. Oops, not that. Just make sure you've got one. I think I gave you one. You have now. I'll make sure Kade's got one, because Kade's got one as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Stay back
he's
there.
got a ring.
I'll set it for Fook. Stay back there.
So, did you make that perception check for Orbald?
Yeah, I got a 19.
Okay, so the first thing you notice, the corridor runs off about 40-50 feet to the east and appears to enter a hallway, or the corridor widens out to the north anyway. But you can see the floor is slick with water, with puddles of water. To the west, this fungus-choked corridor quickly comes to a dead end after about 10-15 feet. But amongst all this fungus on the north wall, about 10 feet away from you, you can see almost completely hidden by the fungus entrance to a low crawl space.
Yeah. I want to move forward 5 feet, and then I want to shadow step.
Okay, just a moment. Let's see what everybody else is doing. So what's everybody else doing?
I follow Tackling.
What's Tackling doing? Not moved for a while. Staying there. What's everybody doing? Come on.
Well, Obal told me to wait and then fucked off. So,
seeing no way north, I will make my way south towards Fafuk and Orbald.
Okay. And Cade's following Tackling, yes?
Yeah.
What's Luhai doing?
He can move with me 1-to-1 if he wants.
I'll slow fall down to the next level.
Okay, so you're dropping down to the next balcony and then going back up the other set of stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I shall move you down there then. Essentially over there. Okay, so Obald. Well, what's for Fook doing while the others are making their way around to you?
Well, Obold said to wait, but he pushed off without saying anything, so I yell after Obold. What are you doing?
Stay there.
Don't come in.
I'm naked.
I'm gonna shadow teleport in there, Phil.
Okay, right.
So you can come down now if you want.
So Obald. For Fook, you can make a perception roll as well. Obald, you are stood at the southern edge of a hallway stretching off to the north. So puddles of water cover the floor of this 15-foot wide hallway. The walls are slick with moisture and set with murals showing animal-headed humanoids in armor, most of which appear to brandish real weapons hanging on the walls. A 3-foot high crawlway in the east wall is flush with the floor. At the far end of the hallway, a rippling, transparent curtain of water fills a stone archway. Beyond this curtain of water, you can see another hallway. So, for Phil, you made the perception roll, right? Okay, so to your east, you can see Obald stood at the southern end of what it's a wider area, possibly a hallway. You can clearly see there's puddles of water covering the floor. To the west, almost hidden by the fungus, you can see a low crawl space in the north wall, about 10 feet away from you. I shall mark it on.
For Fuchs, so says Obold's like off in the distance in a water-filled room. Hey, Obold, don't forget, it said to wade through water with weapons drawn.
Yeah, I know.
And then says to the others, someone want to go explore that low little crawl space at the other end of the hall. Not sure what's in there. Maybe someone short should do it, like a dwarf or a halfling.
So what are you guys doing? So none of you can see for Fook. You can hear him talking at you, but yeah. What are you doing?
You'll
What's
see a
Caden
big
Luhai
ball
doing?
light coming.
I'm following the rest of the
Yeah, you
guy.
can see the light of his torch, of his
Following
disco ball.
Tapin. I'm guarding him with my life. He needs help.
You need alcohol.
You mean more?
More than happy to
I
stick
must-
my head into anything that needs to happen.
So
Let's
I imagine
now-
for Fook points this out. So you can see that little mark I've made on the map, presumably. Yep.
Barely, yeah.
Oh,
I
little green one.
literally said there's that low walkway over there.
Yeah. So that's what I
we
mean.
need
So for Fook, no doubt points that out.
Yeah.
I'll investigate.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? So you're going to investigate this crawl space. So you crouching down and peering into through the hole. You can see this narrow crawl space. It's like I say, it's about 3 foot high at the most, a couple of foot wide. You could crawl. Well, it's a crawl space. You could literally crawl through it. You can see it goes about 10 feet to your north, and then angle sharply to your left.
Okay. Follow it up to the 90-degree angle to the left.
Okay, and what is everybody else doing? So what's Luhai doing?
Well, while Luhai's having a crap in the hallway, I'll go and stand in the crawl space and watch Tackling just to make sure someone's got eyes on him as he
Okay.
disappears.
What's Cade doing?
I'm just guarding, tackling.
Okay. So
I'm ready to fight if we have to.
so Tackling has disappeared into a crawl space in the passageway to the
I
south.
follow him. I follow him. I
Okay.
go after him. He's small. I'm small. We belong together.
Okay. And what's
In a
Luhai
hole.
doing?
In a hole. In a hole.
What's Luhai doing? Come in,
I told you,
Luhai.
Luhai's having a crap in the corridor.
Okay, and what about Obold? I think we've lost Lee for the moment.
Did you say there were a walkway?
I shall give you the description again. So, as puddles of water cover the floor of this 15-foot wide hallway. The walls are slick with moisture and set with murals showing animal-headed humanoids in armour, most of which appear to brandish real weapons that are hanging on the walls. A 3-foot high crawlway in the east wall is flush with the floor. At the far end of the hall, a rippling, transparent curtain of water fills a stone archway, beyond which you can see another hallway that it looks, you can't see it clearly, but it looks similar to the one in which you stand. So the crawl space, I shall mark it on just in case you can't see it properly, is here. So going left, so these figures on the wall, so there's they're mirrored on each wall. So the first figure, yeah, if you can see, you can't see my pointer. So the first figure, you can probably see the marking of it on the map anyway, is a stork-headed humanoid. So that's the same figure mirrored on each side, on the east and west side of the hallway. The second one is a lizard-headed humanoid. The third, panther-headed, then hawk-headed, goat-headed, and frog-headed. Then there is a 5-foot space at the end of the hallway in front of the in front of this curtain of water. And the crawlway is between the legs of the stork-headed humanoid on the east wall.
But the hawk one doesn't have a weapon.
They all have weapons.
There's no weapon on the wall with a hawk. So got like an axe, a morning star.
Let me just double check.
Dagger or something. A sickle. And
oh yes, sorry, yes. The hawk, the hawk is unarmed. Yeah, the stork have hand axes. The lizard, which are female, carry maces. The panther, which are male, have blowguns. The hawk-headed female humanoids are unarmed. The goat-headed males are armed with sickles, and the frog-headed ones are female and carry tridents. So they are actual real weapons that are like attached to the wall. Somehow. Okay, so anyway, meanwhile, Tackling, you crawl into this.
Me too.
Yeah, with Cade behind you, and peer down this crawl space. So it goes about 10 feet, and then it appears to be blocked off by a sheet of metal, of iron, upon which is engraved the face of a minotaur. Where the eyes of the minotaur are, there's holes cut in this sheet of iron.
So is Tackling in front of me?
Yes.
Crawling. Is he crawling?
He has stopped at the moment. He's looking round down around the corner. He's just gone round, disappeared round.
Does he wear any shoes?
No, they got melted off by that rotting spell.
Yeah, he's got next to no.
Everything's hanging free.
Yeah,
He's naked.
he's got no clothes on at all.
I like to tickle him on his feet.
Not your best idea, mate. I'll be honest with you.
Sorry,
It's
sorry, I had to. I'm a
been a
little
long
bit
time
drunk.
It's been a long time since I've been a lady dwarf, and I'm getting really lonely in these caverns.
It can make us a constitution check, tackling,
It's only
as
the two
Cade starts tickling your feet.
Anyone who is under
Constitution check.
18,
Yeah.
stop listening, go to bed.
Okay, right. So yeah, you.
Is he making a pass at me?
No. I just tickle your feet, that's all.
We all get lonely, kid.
Yeah, I know.
I can fill that hole.
No thanks. You are not there
Always the
yet.
one.
You are not there yet. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yet.
Is it lit in here, Phil, or is it dim light?
Um,
Or is it dark?
It is not lit. No, I don't believe so. I'm just double checking, but no,
Right.
no, it is not lit.
Is there any way through
I'm
this
gonna.
blockage for us?
So examining this iron plate, this iron sheet, you can see that there's sort of ridges in the sides of the crawl space. So it looks like it slides up into the roof of this crawlway.
Is there any way to push it up?
You might be able to get hold, get a bit of purchase with the eye holes. So it's only this sheet. When you close up as well, you can see through the eye holes that are cut into the sheet, and you can see the crawlway. This crawl space continues on the other side. And the sheet is maybe an inch thick, so too thick to possibly like cut through or break through. But you could possibly get purchase on with the eye holes that are cut into it.
Okay, I'll try using the eye holes to get through.
Sorry?
I'll try using the eye holes to kind of
Okay, you can make an athletics check.
lift it up and try and get through.
Okay, you can make an athletics check.
We're going to inspect this stalk on the right, Phil,
Okay.
where the walkway, where that crawl is.
Boom!
It's
Okay,
crawl
right.
space.
So yeah, I'll do that in a second. So yeah, tackling. You slide this metal sheet up, and as you slide it, as it slides all the way up into the ceiling, you hear a click, and it locks in place.
Ooh, this is good.
Right. So Obold, you go over to this this mural. So, like I say, it's a mural of a stork-headed male humanoid. Where its hand is painted, there's a hand axe arranged so it looks like it's holding it in its hand, and it's secured. It's just like a hook. There's a hook holding the hand axe in place. So that seems to be the case
Right.
for all of them. So you could easily remove it. So meanwhile, what is Fafuk and Luhai doing?
For food knows nothing, so it'll just be like, "Hey guys, what can you see down there? Down the crawlway, guys."
So down the hallway, I can see me. I can see this big plate that we just popped up, and I've not been able to see what's behind it so far.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So the hallway carries on, and it looks like it sweeps round to the south. So it kind of where you were, it kind of finishes off. So it comes down like a junction, as it were, like a bypass to the corridor to the west.
Do you guys want to keep going? Do you want me to join you?
No, I'll carry on going. See what happens.
Okay. The
Okay,
Fook
just a
will
moment.
wait. Hey, Lazar, why don't you go check on Obold, make sure he doesn't get himself murdered?
Are you with us, Lee? We can't hear you.
Yes, I am with us.
Right. What's Luhai doing then?
I'm waiting here at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so tackling you crawl along, continue along the crawl space with Cade following behind, enticed by your dwarvish feet. So
Smell them.
to the south, yeah. So you crawl to the south, and you can see the crawl space empties, leads onto another corridor. Again, infested with this purple fungus and mold, this fungal growth. And as you near the exit, you can like more eyes pop into existence all over the surface of this fungus and swivel round to observe you.
Haven't it attacked anybody yet then?
No, fungus has done nothing
Sorry?
other than these.
No.
The only thing that's happened is eyes pop up around in your immediate vicinity wherever you stood, and every so often in random spots, there'll be like a burst, a pod will burst and a cloud of spores. It's impossible to avoid. Eventually, like I say, it happens at random. It doesn't necessarily happen where you are, but eventually it does. Eventually, you get caught in a cloud of these spores. If you're going to walk through it, it's eventually unavoidable. So all of you, to a lesser or greater degree, have got some of these like purple, this dust, these spores on you. So tackling and Cade, I suppose, if he's poking your head out the crawlway. 1 second, I just need to scroll down a little bit. So you are in a strange corridor. The walls of this narrow tunnel slope inward as they approach the 10-foot high ceiling. Patches of mould cling to the walls and floor in the eastern half of the hall, but to the west end, they are conspicuously absent. Cut into the floor at the west end of the corridor is a 3-foot wide hole. A 3-foot wide, 4-foot long rectangular hole with bright light spilling up out of it.
Is it natural light?
No.
I smell a trap. I mentioned to tackling, be careful. I don't want to lose you.
So what's Obal doing?
So
What's the Fook doing?
I think I'm going to go into this crawl
Okay.
space.
Okay, right. You scramble into this crawl space. You can barely fit. It's a bit of a tight squeeze for you. But yeah, you can see this crawl space runs a good 20 feet or more east and then turns sharply south.
I'll make my way to the bend.
Okay? What's for Fook and Luhai doing?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of waiting for these two to tell me what's going on in case I have to like dive in there and crawl after them. But other than that, not really much.
So you can probably just about hear like muffled their muffled voices echoing down this crawlway, but they're too far away to even make out what they're saying.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
supposed
yell
to
in.
come down
You
here
guys
for a
keep-
skeleton's head.
Sorry.
Say again,
Aren't
Lee.
we supposed to have come down here for Aren't we supposed to have come down here for a skeleton's head?
Yeah. We're trying to find our way around to that tomb.
Yeah, I've seen the skeleton's head. We just there is an entrance to the east, but where we are now, we can't see a direct entrance to it. We can't get in through this dog head thing, so we're gonna have to make our way around.
Well, I yelled, do you guys want to come back, or do you want me to come in and take a look at something?
So yeah, so you can hear Fafouk's voice echo down the crawlway behind you.
I reckon we group
I'm
up
gonna-
and move on. We're trying either
I'm gonna.
Just a minute. Go on, Tackling.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to say we group up and move on. So we try and find a way to get to this this room that I've seen with the skeleton, the shaped head guy in.
Okay.
And move on from there. That's what we're after, isn't it? We're after the Teletubby key. The
Do you want to come
final
back then?
Yeah, but I think the way to get into that room is up the way I'm going. Because it goes north, which is heading vaguely towards that room.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off there because you can't really communicate that word to him at the moment.
Oh, right, okay.
Well,
Well,
by
that's
the way, I'm
the-
yelling at Dan because I mean, Tacklin and Cade know they're heading south, and we need to be heading east and north. So, I mean, I assume you guys would come back when you realise that your passageway is heading off in a weird direction.
Well, I can just tell you what I see.
You can join us if you want to.
It looks to be like a circle stone of some variety.
So there's a hole to the west end. There's it's drawn as a circle on there, but it can be a circle if you want. There's a hole cut in the floor. So you Tackling, you going down to the end of that hallway?
Yep.
Okay. So like I said, this is like a wedge-shaped hallway. It narrows towards the ceiling, so you have to be careful as you're walking around because your shoulders brush against the side, and your head almost hits the side. Cade, what are you doing? You following behind him?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So as you're talking to him, you hear him like answering you, but the voices get fainter. And to the point that you can't tell what they're saying anymore, and you can't hear them.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll go in and follow them.
What's Luhai doing?
You know this purple fungus?
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah, the purple fungus.
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Is it floor to ceiling?
It's everywhere. Yeah. The bits that you can see on the map that it isn't on the floor. If it's not on the floor, it's on the walls. It's on the ceiling. It's everywhere. In places, it covers the floor, the walls, and the ceiling in entirety. But yeah, it's everywhere. Unless I tell you otherwise, it's unavoidable. So what's Luhai doing?
Which way are we going then? Fafouk.
Well, I've just said I've crawled in after Tacklin and Cade because I can't hear them anymore. So I'm going to try and get in touch with them and find out if they're going to double back now because the way they're going. Well, I don't know where they're going, but I'm assuming where they're going is further away or they found something interesting. So I'm going to try and catch up to them and find out what they're doing. But I suspect the way Obold went is probably the way that gets us to the tomb in the north.
So what are you doing, Luhai?
I'll go the way for folks going.
Okay, you're following Fook. Right. Okay. Right. Right. So, Obold, what were you doing? You've come back out of that crawl space.
Yeah. I'm going to put my spear in hand and I'm going to walk
Okay.
through that wall of water.
Right. Bear with me. I have to keep scrolling back and forth through this stuff. Okay. So you head north up the corridor, splashing through the puddles. What you say you're doing again? Sorry.
Got my spear in hand
Uh huh.
and I'm walking through that wall of water.
Okay.
So I want to end up there.
Okay. Right. As you pass through this curtain of water, there's a sudden roar and rush of water. You can feel it. You feel like the vibrations through the floor, and a huge wave of water erupts from this archway, like erupts, bursting down the hallway to the north, and this huge wave rushes north and south down the hallway from this curtain. And you must make a strength saving throw as this like force or this wall of water just slams into you.
With advantage, isn't it?
No, I didn't partake of the feast.
Okay.
Right.
Right, one moment. Right, as this water, as it slams into you, you're hit for 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it knocks you over. You're tumbling down the hallway. And yeah, you're just like washed all the way down to the far end of the hallway, and like eventually come to a halt where you hit the wall, and the last of the water hits you, like kind of pinned against the wall for a moment, as till eventually this rush of water dissipates and drains away to God knows where.
Huh. And then you've just got the same murals but in reverse.
Yes.
Like mirror imaged.
Yes. And you can see again between the legs of the stalk on the east side is another crawlway.
Huh. What's that to west?
So to your west, you can see another corridor that goes about 10 feet west and then heads north again, and once again it's choked with this purple fungus. Right, Tackling and Cade, you sort of walk to the end of this hallway and are stood at the edge of this hole in the bottom of the corridor, and you are looking down into a room that looks. It takes you a moment to realise, but you've seen this room before, but from a different angle, a different direction. So you're looking down into that cylinder-shaped room with the walls of which are like lined with these carvings of devil faces with fires burning in the empty eye sockets. But you don't see. You can both make an intelligence roll.
Intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence. No. What's the 3? Oh, you're adding that. We're using that D6, that one-off D6 Tackling.
No, that was from
Why is it not rolling?
Fook, that was the guidance from half an hour ago.
No, that's long gone. It lost a minute.
Oh, okay, fine. 17 then still.
Okay.
Okay, I'm having problem. So why can't I roll intelligence?
Is it because you're on board?
I'm on the wrong place. Oh, bugger.
Yeah, good.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Oh wow. So Cade, it doesn't occur to you. Yoka, like I say, this looking down from this hole, Cade, you're puzzled to see. Well, you assume it must just be an identical room or something, a similar room to the one that you've seen before. It's like a cylinder room with a taper at the end, tapers towards the door, and the walls of this cylinder-shaped room are lined with these carvings of devil skulls with flames burning in their eye sockets. Tackling, it dawns on you that this looks identical. It must be the same spot. But the thing that's puzzling you is when you saw this corridor and this room before, there was a window. There should be a window directly to the side of where this hole is that's looking down. The hole in this corridor is. There should be a window directly to your right, but there isn't.
Like the viewing window for the
viewing window from that other
lever
room.
guy.
Yeah.
But we can't see it from where we are.
No, you can't. There's nothing. There's no window here.
Maybe it's like a one-way mirror or something weird.
So at this point, Fafuk comes crumbs crawling into the corridor.
Hey, buddies, what's going on?
I'll point to him and I'll just mention it. Like,
Closely followed by Lu Hai.
Look at this. It looks slightly different from this angle. You can't see where we were previously.
Roll perception.
You can't see up to where the ugly motherfucker were.
Sorry?
I rolled perception just to see if I get the same kind of idea that Tacklin had, that it's...
It looks... I mean, it could just be an identical room, but it looks so the corridor you're in matches the shape of that corridor. You can see through that window. There's the hole in the exact same hole in the floor. There's this cylinder-shaped room below this hole in the floor.
Is this an entrance to there?
Yeah, you can get down. You can climb down through this hole into that cylinder-shaped room.
Well, here's a quick test, right? It may take a little while to do, but why don't we toss something into that hallway, something really obvious, and then when we go back to the other room, if we ever go back that way again, we look in and we see if we can see it. What do you guys think?
I see where you're going. However, we've kind of got sidetracked. We were looking for the final Teletubby-shaped head, and we've come way south.
Okay, let me do two things. And then we fuck off and go back the other way, right? Yeah. So Fafuk takes like maybe, what do I have in my inventory? Something that we'll be able to see. Yeah, I don't really have much. Coins, take like a handful of copper coins and just toss them into the passageway.
Down the hole, you mean?
Yeah, down the hole.
Okay.
And then I cast the illusion, a minor illusion of Cade. Because you remember the guy was sat there with his hand on a lever, looking through a window. One assumes that has to have some kind of purpose. I cast an illusion of Cade in the hallway, looking like he's taking a piss on one of the little demon faces.
Okay. So there's nothing happens for a moment. Then suddenly a block of stone slides across, sealing the hole.
What, in front of us?
Yeah. So the hole below you, the hole that gives you access to this room below, is suddenly sealed off.
Oh shit! So if we climbed in there, we'd be
And then
in there.
you can hear the clanking. You can hear the clanking of gears and grinding of stone.
Ooh, okay.
I told you, it's a Star Wars thing.
All right, guys. Let's nothing more to see here. Let's get the fuck out before they realize it's an illusion and come looking for us.
Okay.
Yeah, we head back to where Obold went.
Okay. So meanwhile, Obold, what are you doing?
Moving to the west.
Okay. So you can see a corridor that running north, again choked with fungus. To the far end, it turns sharply to the west. About halfway down, there's it looks like there's a corridor running off to your east and west.
Right. I'm going to be looking. Going down a corridor.
Okay, just one moment.
Going to be checking all these west walls all the way up to the end of the corridor because I want to look for any doors. If there's none visible, I want to look for secret doors because I'm gauging that I'm near that room and there must be an entrance somewhere around here that they've used on the west wall to gain entrance to that other room.
Shall we? Do you want us to catch up to Obold, or do you want to wait until Obold's done his thing?
One moment, just checking something. Bear with me just a couple of minutes. Right, okay. Okay, so at this point in the corridor to your west, it only goes about 5 feet at most, and it's just completely choked with this fungus. To your east is a strange, heavy carved stone door. The passageway continues north and then turns off to the west.
Oh, well, ignore the door for now. I want to go straight north then.
Okay, right as you approach the corner of the corridor, you notice just before you turn, you notice a peephole, a hole has been carved into the stone wall at about a height of about 6 feet, about average head height. I shall show you where. Put a little mark.
Yeah, I think I can see it on the map.
All right, very good. Yeah,
There is a little peephole there. It shows a door on the other side.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a glory hole for a Minotaur.
So you peer through this down this peephole, and there appears to be magnifying lenses set inside this tube, this hole,
Right.
that gives you a view of like some kind of medallion and hieroglyphs that are visible on some kind of dial or circle behind it.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Where's the dial then? Is that on the door
Yes.
that's opposite,
Yeah,
or
it's
is
on the
it?
door.
All right. I'll make my way around to the door then, Phil, and see if I can actually
Okay.
view it close
So
up.
the corridor ends at a block of stone, which is painted a 7-foot tall jackal-headed humanoid with a circular gold medallion around its neck. All around the figure are carvings of locusts.
Right. I'll have a look at the medallion close up then and see if I can figure out what the peephole we're looking at.
You're doing what? Sorry.
I'll look at the medallion that the peephole was looking at with the magnifying lenses.
Okay, so you can just about make out some markings on it, but they're too small. The detail's too small for you to make out.
Yeah, I'll go back to the peephole then and have a look at it and see if I can figure out what the markings are and what they're supposed to represent then.
Okay.
Do we want to park it here for tonight?
This is probably a good place to leave it. So I just want to check. So the rest of you, are you attempting to catch up to Orbold?
Not now. It's miles.
No.
away.
I'm just. But that's
Miles away.
that is your plan.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to be done. We're not going into whatever that meat grinder is in the hallway, and
Yeah.
there's no other way.
So I'm
So,
just asking, so we can move you to that watery hallway, and we can
Cool.
end it on a refresher on that description, and we can park it there. So yeah, trailing Orbold, you still you head all the way back down the crawl space and all the way to the east to this water-filled hallway. There's still no sign of Orbold, and you find yourselves at
Probably
the
dead.
south end of this hallway. That's puddles of water cover the floor. So for food, you notice, you're sure that you saw this. You know, you could see the puddles of water in this area before, but there seems to be much more water than there was before. In fact, it's like spilled. Water's washed out partially into the hallway as well, into the corridor to the west as well. And the walls are slick. In fact, there's water dripping from the ceiling now. And on the walls, you can see murals showing animal-headed humanoids dressed in armor, most of which appear to brandish real weapons that are hanging from hooks on the walls. On the east side, just ahead of you, between the legs of the stork-headed humanoid on the east wall, is a 3-foot high crawlway that is flush with the floor. At the far north end of the hallway, a rippling, transparent curtain of water fills the stone archway. Beyond the curtain, you can see another hallway that looks somewhat similar to the one that you're already stood in. So you can clearly see the There's 6 different figures depicted on the walls. They're mirrored on the east and west walls. So there's a stork on the left. First one is like a stork-headed humanoid on the east and west wall. Then a lizard-headed humanoid, a panther-headed humanoid, hawk-headed humanoid, which does not hold a weapon, a goat-headed humanoid, and a frog-headed humanoid. And I suppose with that, we shall leave it there.
Another puzzle cliffhanger.
Yeah, another cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Watery doom. Quick question.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm on night shift from tomorrow, so I'm not back. Yeah, so I'm not back in the land of the living until probably 2 weeks from now, I suppose.
Okay.
What was the other point I was going to make? No, I think that was it because there's no Wednesday campaign anymore, is there? So
There is not.
So
There
it's
is not.
2
Well,
weeks.
not unless you want to join us in Cthulhu. Lou.
No chance.
You love
I'd
your
rather-
tentacle shit.
No tentacle shit. Thank you.
So yeah. So that means we'll be taking a break for a week.
Yeah.
Back on the
Brilliant.
29th.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
You have a
See you
good one.
later.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Right. Thank
See you
you
later.
all.
See you. Bye bye.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be as Lou said, we'll be taking a week off, and we'll be back doing Tomb of Annihilation in a couple of weeks. That'll be, so what will that be? That'll be the 20. Is that the 22nd? No, it's not the 22nd, is it? Whenever that is. Check the schedule, it'll be on there. On Monday, tomorrow, we'll be picking up our game of Forbidden Lands, which is with Britt and Andy and Brian and our new player that is unfortunately replacing the sad departure of Jake. So Ian will be stepping in to fill his shoes. And then also this week on Wednesday, we've got our continuing Call of Cthulhu campaign, Tatters of the King. So thanks again for watching. Cheers for the follows and subs. And we shall see you later. Be sure to check out our good friends at Infinite Monkey Tales, of course, who've been kind enough to follow us, and of which we took part in, or personally I took part in a Call of Cthulhu game, which is up on their YouTube channel and possibly still up on their Twitch channel, I guess. So yeah, I think that's everything. You have to forgive me if I've forgotten something. And so yeah, we'll see you tomorrow evening. Thanks again, and good night.